Beyond the Benefits with Savoy. Our podcast will cover everything happening in the healthcare industry and beyond. Today on the podcast, we have Savoy's Director of Specialty Benefits, Michael Castrillon. With over 20 years in the industry, Michael oversees our Specialty Benefits department and takes on the role of educating our brokers on the latest product offerings for their clients. Michael discusses 5 underutilized specialty benefits that you can begin to offer your clients today. Before we begin, I have our health insurance fun fact. Did you know that no insurance company will underwrite Jackie Chan's productions? Therefore, he personally trains his own stuntmen and pays their medical bills out of his own pocket. Take it away, Michael.
Hello, my name is Michael Castrillon. I'm the Director of Specialty Benefits here at Savoy Associates. Today we're speaking about the 5 most underutilized and overlooked benefits and why you should be selling them. The 5 programs that we're going to be looking at is disability insurance, business travel accident insurance, international health insurance, student accident plans, and finally group legal services. In my world of selling employee benefits, we typically deal with benefits that are not first and foremost on anyone's mind, but in the end, we believe are valuable in rounding out the entire benefits package. One particular line of coverage that I'm specifically interested in is disability insurance, because I'm a firm believer of protecting the most valuable asset that an employee has and potentially doesn't even realize it. If you ask anyone, they'll say that their most valuable asset is their house or their 401k if they're a little bit more astute financially. But in reality, it's their ability to earn a living. When we have coverage for an income, it protects that asset better than anything. Typically, a group coverage would protect a percentage of the benefit, the most common being 60%, after a period of 90 or 180 days. Now, when you delve into some of these products or these policies, there are potential landmines that no one wants to experience. One thing that I've always said is if a medical plan goes wrong, a claim isn't paid or a claim is denied or delayed, very often as consultants, we can get involved and get the claim paid and the provider ultimately gets paid. Unfortunately, with disability insurance, if you have a policy provision that does not protect properly and that claim gets denied, there's a family that's devastated and it's very difficult to ultimately get paid. And even if you do, it takes some time and people go without an income during that time. So it devastates an employee and their families. So one of the things we do is we help formulate the best fit for the client based on their needs and the culture of the organization. Disability insurance isn't about selling a product. It's about selling a promise. It's about selling a promise to help that employee when they need it the most. So as a consultant or as a broker that is selling these products, you need to make sure that that promise is the best that you can offer. While disability insurance is one of the more well-known specialty benefits, it is often overlooked, and the overall increase in expense when adding a disability plan is relatively minimal and provides employees with an incomparable value and protection. Second plan that I'm going to be discussing is business travel insurance. Business travel insurance is, I'd say, one of the most unknown products. Many people don't know about it and certainly don't know the value of it. I call it sleep insurance. When you're speaking to an employer that has employees that travel among offices or travel to visit clients, there's an innate danger that employees take on every day in doing those jobs. And an employer that cares about their employees and cares about their families sees business travel insurance as a way to recognize those dangers that these employees put themselves in every day. Most companies have life insurance, and along with life insurance comes accident insurance. So yes, there is a benefit that is out there today and is being utilized. But if someone were to experience a loss in a travel situation, and travel can be something as common as flying cross country, or it could simply be driving into work every day. But if an employee takes a risk that coming into work or going on a sales call during, say, a snowstorm or a rainstorm, and they suffer a loss, the employer has the ability with a business travel plan to say to their beneficiary, here is their life insurance, and since it was an accident, here's their accident insurance. But because they were working for us at the time, here's an extra $500,000 or $1 million benefit, recognizing the additional risk that they were putting themselves into. And it's sleep insurance because all too often, if the loss does happen while on the job, there are lawsuits involved. But with this additional benefit, it could stem the tide of those lawsuits. By protecting employees both in and out of the office, employers can demonstrate the commitment to the health and happiness of their employees. These plans also help you protecting clients from potential lawsuits that could be crippling to their business and reputation. The more office location the employer has, the bigger the risk becomes. Okay. The next one is international health insurance. This is actually becoming a much more prevalent business offering for groups as studying abroad becomes much more common. The most common risk that I see is students that are traveling to Australia or to Europe for a semester and they need coverage. Luckily, at the same time of this increased need, there are increased options. In the past, a couple of carriers have only had options for a group of employees or buckets of time that employers could use. But with international health insurance becoming much more of a mainstay in the marketplace, there are options for single trip plans. I personally use these plans whenever I travel overseas or go into, say, the Caribbean, where medical care is a bit sketchy. GeoBlue is our primary carrier, but we do have outlets through several other vendors. But the one thing I do like about GeoBlue insurance is there's customizable plans for every scenario. So if you have a student that is going to Australia for 6 months to study abroad, there's a particular plan for that. It's actually a student travel plan, and it covers that student while they perhaps maybe take side trips to New Zealand or the Polynesian Islands in that situation, or if they're traveling in Europe, they're going from country to country. All things to be considered. The really only difference would be if the student will retain domestic coverage while they're traveling overseas, or they will be taken off the domestic plan. For a student situation, they do typically retain that coverage. For a business traveler or an expat, it's very common that they would be taken off of the domestic coverage. Again, GeoBlue has a solution for all of that. Whether they're going for a week or 6 months or 3 years, there are customizable plans, and we can help you with that. Student accident plans. Student accident plans don't come up an awful lot. But when they do, they open the door to a potentially bigger opportunity for our brokers. As an overlooked benefit, it's an easy door opener. Every school of every level has some form of sports programs or field trips or any type of known concentration of children that are participating in an activity. And since it's an overlooked plan, approaching schools with this need is a very easy discussion to have. If you as a consultant go to a school board and say, I'm not interested right now in your medical or your employee benefits, which is a highly competitive market, but you're leaving these children unprotected when they go on and play soccer or football or any other sport. I want to protect your employee or your students for $250,000 each, and it's only going to cost the school $2,000 a year. You're solving a problem, you're creating value, and you're ingratiating yourself with that school board. Once you get in there, obviously we all know it's a door opener. You get to know the decision makers, and now you have an in when the employee benefits and medical products become up for bid. The final product would be group legal services. Now, every employee at every level has some form of legal concern that comes up at some point in their life. It does not have to be a lawsuit. It does not have to be a traffic ticket. It does not have to be a criminal situation. It could be something as simple as a lease agreement on a car or a real estate transaction. There's always a situation where legal services become of value. Now, the dichotomy here is that when you're dealing with a business owner or a decision maker or an executive of an organization, very often this population will have their own personal attorney on retainer, and the need isn't as evident to them in the discussion that you may be having. However, a line worker or a receptionist or just a simple office worker wouldn't even begin to know where to find legal services if they should need it, and very often don't seek out legal assistance because they think it's too expensive or too cumbersome of a process. A group legal service is very simple. It's basically putting an attorney on retainer for your entire organization. These plans become very sophisticated in recent years, whereas entire law firms have grown and prospered as the primary contact in a given state for these programs. For instance, there's a law firm in southern New Jersey that their only clients are members of Legal Shield. And why that's important is if you're paying a monthly fee of less than $20 a month and you're assigned to a law firm locally that has other clients, they're not going to see that member as a vital part of their business plan. Whereas when the agency or the law firm is specifically dedicated to these programs, they're the most important client that they could ever see. So they're going to pick up the phone, they're going to answer, they're going to react very quickly. Legal services programs will protect in criminal activity. They will protect in fighting traffic tickets, real estate transactions, anything and everything that you can imagine. One of the true values of a benefit that's offered to an employee is their opportunity to use that benefit. You have life insurance, and that's wonderful, but the person that's covered doesn't really get to enjoy that benefit because in order to claim it, they have to pass away. Legal services allows the employee to use it on a regular basis, and every time they use it, the appreciation for the benefit offering is is realized. And that just builds employee loyalty to the group. Our specialty team is dedicated to providing solutions to all of our brokers and all of our partners. And these and other benefits are certainly available as solutions to any situation that you may have for us. Feel free to give us a call or send us an email. Our team's email is ancillary@savoyassociates.com, and we'll be happy to help you. Thank you very much and have a good day.
Thank you, Michael. Savoy is here to help you offer more than just health benefits to your clients. To learn more about the products discussed today and other products that Savoy offers, contact our Specialty Benefits Department or reach out to us at podcast@savoyassociates.com. Thank you for listening and have a wonderful day.